Hey Libra, it's Ia Patsy, and I'm here to do your June 2018 general reading. And this will be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How's everybody doing? Happy Mother's Day, which will be coming up soon. Anyway, first five cards in this reading are going to be from the Akashic Tarot, which is by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. All right, so hope everybody's doing well. I already did my prayers. I cut and shuffled the cards. And the cards that came for you first at the bottom of this deck is card number 14, the initiation of Saint Germain, the initiation and the Count Saint Germain. Okay, so this is the overall energy of this reading, right? And this is talking about you ascending, okay? That you have completed the necessary lessons that are required, or you have completed whatever task you were sent here to do, and now you are going to become one of those who teach those who come after you. This is a very prestigious promotion. Not everybody gets to be initiated into this fraternity, sorority. Okay, let me get this. So this is important, even though this is the bottom of the deck. For those of you who don't know or haven't heard this before, I'm going to let you know. Number 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is about change, right? So this is something that's going to be transforming and creative. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the ascended master, Count Saint Germain, that's him, sends his light and energy to the four robed people who stand before him. It's time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It's much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. And the time is now. Some loss of lower vibration relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to lift you to the new heights and power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as by connecting to the ascended masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared experiences and activities with the masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. Again, know that you have shared purposes and activities with the masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is a time of enormous uplifting. First in your energy and evolution, and then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. So that's spiritually and materially. So, congratulations. Very good, very good, very good, very good, Libra. You are going to be part of an exclusive membership. That means you've learned your lessons. You're not finished, but you have mastered those lessons that have been put before you. With all of the experiences that you've had over several lifetimes, you had the tools that you needed in order to complete the mission, and you tapped into those tools and used them right now. Excellent. So the first card that came up for you here, because again, that's the bottom of the deck. So this is talking about things that have to do with that. First card came for you was the Three of Keys, the chess game. All right, so you've been making moves. I've never seen that card before, so we're going to have to read that one. But I'm pretty sure that that's... maybe this is going to talk about your skill set. A game is in play upon this chessboard. Some of the pieces are sidelined, while the bronze queen lays on her side on the playing field. The people represented by these chess pieces are not usually those you meet for enjoyable pastimes. This is a card that talks about political and social conflict. You may be in store for difficult interactions in group settings, such as boards of directors, corporate hierarchies, management disruptions, or conflicted family situations. Though sides seem to be clearly divided, many of the people involved are really just out for themselves. Deceit is present, and you may not be at all certain about everyone's motives or strategies. It's time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back. The more you get involved and the stronger you hold your position, the more heated the situation may become. No matter how challenging, try to maintain an inner peace. Don't participate in any battles or allegiances, but don't let yourself be deceived either. Look at everything coolly and unemotionally. The people around you are serving their own agendas. Try to detach, be objective, and treat everyone involved from a deeper source of wisdom without being misled. There may come a time for you to leave or distance yourself from this situation, but because of circumstances, it may not be here yet. For now, let yourself be a knowing observer and watch. So, hint, hint, there are people around you who are being deceitful, and this is giving you a heads up. Don't call them out. Don't get into nothing with them. Just listen and watch. Watch and pray. Watch and meditate. Excellent. Next card that came here for you was the Queen of Keys. Queen of Keys. I'm going to read that one for you too. Queen of Keys. This card represents a woman of authority. She is sensitive, helpful, and thoughtful. She is confident in her authority, but always happy to celebrate the success of others. She could be a love interest for you or someone else in your life. Besides referring to a positive woman of business, this card can represent you or another who is about to climb the ladder of success. Positions in banking, investments, real estate, and management may be coming. Self-employment in any industry could also be at hand, as well as greater financial independence, increased authority, or creative autonomy at work. So maybe there's something going on at your job. There's maybe a promotion or something that's at hand, or maybe they're going to be expanding and they're making moves and people are undercutting other people. They may even be trying to undercut you. So this is making you This Three of Keys is making you aware of that situation. And this is telling you that this is some good some good news involving your work and your business. All right. This also could be talking about you, okay, Libra. It could be talking about someone who has a good grasp on business and who's independent. All right. Something just came and left that fast. Okay, this. So I guess this is similar to uh, Queen of Coins. So this is maybe an earth sign around you who is like that. Could be a supervisor or boss, the person that owns your company, he or she. Maybe they're watching your work and approving of it. Hmm. Okay. The next card that came for you here was the Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt. So this is something that happens unexpectedly, quickly, sharply, and it changes things. It changes your perspective. Okay? So I guess it's similar to the Tower in the regular tarot. But I'm getting the idea that it's not just things changing. It's like receiving knowledge, like a spark like a brilliant idea, like something that out of the blue comes and changes everything for you. So it could be like a tower moment, but it could also be that you get inspiration. Okay. The lightning bolt illuminates a stormy night sky, striking the tree down to its core. So this may be affecting your foundation. Puddles of rain pool around upon the ground. This card shows that it's time of a splitting apart, a time of loss and disappointment, or even a metaphorical death. You may feel wounded, grieved, or gravely disappointed. The loss could be a career opportunity, a romantic relationship, a partnership, a creative project, or a friendship. At first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected, but but in the light that flashes, we see deep puddles of a storm that's been going on for a long time. You've probably been aware of a threat or difficulty at some level, even if you were unwilling to acknowledge it before. Now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what's so. There is a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning and a storm to cleanse the field. So, changes that may have come suddenly, but you had an inkling that something was going on. So this could again have to do with these funky politics that may be going on at your place of business or even in your family, in your relationship. You knew something was up, but you were watching, paying attention, not letting yourself get sucked in, not letting anybody manipulate you. And while you were watching, you had an epiphany or something happened that shook everything up like an earthquake. Something went on that changed the way this whole thing looks. And it was about time for that change. The next card that came up for you here was number 2, the Akashic Library. Akashic Library is where all the records are kept, right? That's what we all would love to get into, right? That's where we want to go and see what's happening. Find out what's the next thing. What are we supposed to be here for? What are we supposed to be doing here? What were the lessons? You know, you want to see the which scenario, which lifetime, a library of all of our experiences or ourselves and our ancestors that have brought us to where we are today, that have brought us as a family to where we are today. Inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books in tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in his hand. A quill pen in his hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and into a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and your new purposes. Oh, boy. It is also a time of heightened intuition, as well as a greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. So it's like a positive affirmation, right? About the future that you want to create. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. But this came in the reverse for you, Libra. So I'm going to read what it says. When this card is reversed, the stairway leads further and further downward. Although you may feel you're in a state of confusion, it's time to go deeper. The book of your Akashic knowledge may have been toppled, but they're always within reach. You may have stepped away from the psychic guidance from your inner sage. Perhaps there's been a disruption in your life, or maybe just a distraction. In either event, it's time to cast a renewed light on your past and on your inner discovery. Seek now to tap into the power within and through the records. Start today by writing a declaration of release from the things that have been muddling your clarity. Close your eyes and see them all disperse. With just a little effort, the book of your own Akashic record, which seems to have landed face down, will be righted and written upon by you. So this situation has become a little trying and tense for you. Don't be afraid. You have access now because you are part of this here going on. So you have access. Instead of letting this take you down or make you depressed or make you confused, whatever this is, with this nonsense. You have the ability to use your past life lessons and victories to put you in a better position here to make a decision that's going to be for the best outcome for you. This is why you're getting this message. They want you to be ready for this when it comes and to be able to handle it gracefully. And the next card that came here for you is the Three of Forces, the bird's nest. So this is about expanding your family, expanding your home, making changes to your home, making your home more comfortable. This could be inviting, giving birth to children, or adopting children, or blending families even. Okay? Feathering your nest. The bird's nest. Three of Forces. Okay, here we go. Three of Forces, the bird's nest. This card is a signal to start focusing on starting new things or expanding. Perhaps your business, your friend, your network of friends, or even your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you'll be hiring a new employee or opening a new business location. Well, that's what I'd suggested before, right? Whatever it is, it'll be well worth the wait, for the expansions you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. Very nice. But this came out in the reverse for you. And so the Three of Forces in reverse indicates some kind of reorganization or separation or reduction or reorganization. There may be distance between you and family members, or business endeavor may need to be downsized or brought to an end, or friends may just be far away. But take heart, an empty nest is always a sign of a happy flight. This card's reversal is telling you to let go of the old, rein in your plans, or take a new direction. There may even be a physical move at hand, either for your home, your business, or both. Be conscious of your options and be courageous in your choices. Though some part of this experience may feel like a loss at first, this time of reduction or relocation can actually lead to great personal freedom and professional transformation. Okay, so maybe you're going to get transferred, okay, or the business is expanding and you're going to be taking over that part of the business, so you may be a little apprehensive about that. You could be selling a home or moving, all right? You could be leaving home for the first time, okay? Or you could be parents that are having that empty nest syndrome for the first time in a long time. So you can remodel, you can expand. You know, you don't have little ones to take care of. You got a lot more freedom. So, you know, nothing wrong with that. Freedom is always a good thing, right? What she say? Freedom is just another word for nothing else to lose, right? So, this If you're having a situation at your job or in your business relationship, it's saying that you need to pay attention to what's going on. Don't feed into the backbiters, but just, use your intuition and your gifts of discernment, all the gifts that you have already gone through, all the lessons you've already gone through in several different lives. And in this one, tap into those lessons and use that in order for you to survive this moment. This is only a moment, but it's going to be very important. And it could be lending itself to you becoming more independent, for you to be getting more access to things, for you to be making more money, okay? Moving up in your business world, gaining respect from your peers or for those people who are under your supervision or in your employ. So maybe you have some untrustworthy people around you at your place of business. If this is about your family life, could be the same thing. There may be people doing stuff behind your back. They may be feathering their nest behind your back. Pay attention to your bank account, your bank statements. Or maybe you're squirreling away money, Libra. I don't know. But that's for somebody. Pay attention to your bank account, your bank statements. See which money is coming and which money is going and how money is being spent. If you're being wasteful, it may be something that you need to be aware of. If you're relocating, be careful. Be careful when you relocate. If you're relocating, you're selling your house, or you're buying a new house in a new area, new neighborhood, be careful. Get familiar with your surroundings. All right. If you haven't moved in yet, just, familiarize yourself with your neighborhood. Maybe you're going to get lost. Maybe that's all they're saying, that this is a new area you're going to. Be careful when you're going around. Familiarize yourself with your neighborhood and with your neighbors. Get to know who your neighbors are so you can recognize them. That's just what I'm being told to say. So for somebody out there, if you're moving, going away to college even, pay attention to the people that you're dealing with in your new home, or your new apartment building, or your new dormitory campus, whatever. Pay attention. Get to know them. Don't rush into anything, but get to know the people around you. They may not be as trustworthy as they are pretending to be. There may be some gossiping going on behind your back. These are people you don't even really know. But just be careful. Be careful on who you trust. Okay, do we have any more messages? These are from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And that is by Colette Baron Reed. All right, so we got 4 cards here for you. First card was the Sun Dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. Number 32. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 is about change. But this was in the reverse. I know y'all sick of me, right? So Again, there may be some loss, financial loss, um, and some depression. Maybe this change is going to get you depressed, or maybe that's what the ancestors are trying to warn you about and prepare you for. So this change, this lightning bolt, it may affect you. It's. I'm getting a feeling like whatever this may have been, or whatever this is going to be. Because remember, this is for June, so we're doing this in May, so we're getting ready, right? This is could be a business loss. The next card you got here was the Phoenix. It talks about resurrection, surrendering to change, right? But this was in the reverse also. So perhaps this is saying that your happiness and your ability to celebrate life, your abundance, is coming slowly because you're being resistant to change. Okay. All right. And this is 29. 2 and 9 is 11. So this is a master year. 11 is a master number. So I think it's saying that if you were to surrender to the change, you could manifest what it is that you want this year, because your being resistant is slowing down your abundance and your ascension. And why are you resisting the change? Because you don't want to leave? You're afraid that you might not do well if you get promoted? You just don't like the office politics? You have to have confidence in yourself that you can do this, that you have those tools, and you do. You just have to start tuning into them, or go back to tuning into them. Have confidence. The divine has confidence in you. And this again is change. Don't be nervous. Don't hesitate. Don't fight the change. It's for your own benefit, it's for your good, and it's also for the good of mankind. This is the real meat and potatoes part of this spiritual journey for you. There are people who are going on this journey that are not going to get to that level, but you are now, not later, now. So don't be afraid. Embrace the change. Next card that came from you for you here was the Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing. Number 3. So this is a message from the Creator, but it was in the reverse. So you're nervous. You're not willing to surrender. You're not trusting your intuition. You're not trusting your higher knowledge. You are afraid that okay. The gifts that you have received, or that you have been able to tap into. Maybe it's coming a little too fast for you. Maybe it's throwing you off balance. Maybe it's coming out of the blue, even though it really isn't. Because you've always known that you were intuitive. You always knew that you had these gifts. You just ignored them, or chose not to use them, or used your gifts for things that were not always spiritual, perhaps. I'm just saying. So now you're like unsure of yourself. But you got it. It's there for you. They know that you've been messing around. They know that you've messed up over the time, but it's not a mess up. It was just part of the travel, part of the journey. They're not judging you. If they were judging you, you wouldn't be getting this. If they were judging you, they would have taken those gifts away. So apparently, if you still have the gifts, you're good. They just want you to turn around, change your perspective, change the way you do things, reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. And one more card came for you from the Hidden Realms. Number 43. The word Lord. Communication, praise, dishonesty. Number 43 equals 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. So this is talking about creating something, presenting a perfect creation, something that you're going to be proud of, receiving positive communication and praise for the work that you've done. Let's see. The word Lord. Number 43. Alrighty. And it was in the upright. The word Lord rules communication of all kinds. It lets you know that positive interactions can be expected when he arrives as your ally. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. When you say affirming, supporting words, they carry an energy that returns to you in physical form. Remember that each one has power and will resonate into the universe, seeking its reflection in manifest form. Abundance and praise. Your body responds to praise, as does everything in the world around you. Praise it for its inherent health and beauty. Applaud yourself for everything you do. Even the tiniest accomplishments are important. Praise your bills. Give thanks for the services that you enjoy and watch the ability to pay them increase as you align with Spirit's increasing power. It's also time to remember the powerful practice of affirmations. Write them down and speak them aloud as a spiritual exercise. Say it is so, and it will be. It's a very auspicious sign when the word Lord chooses to be your friend. Positive affirmations is part of what's going to get you through the situation. Positive affirmations, clear communications. You may even have to put out some praise for some of these characters you're dealing with. You may have to stroke somebody's ego. Maybe you give somebody a positive write-up, if you can. And if this is about family, again, clear, ashe. Thank you. Next card you're going to get from the Numerology Guidance Cards by Michelle Buchanan. I was going to say, communicate with those family members clearly. And as I said clearly, card that came for you from numerology was forgiveness. So again, clear communication and forgiveness, praise. That may be the answer to the situation. If it's a family relationship or a romantic relationship, something that's personal, forgiveness, praise, communication. That's what's going to solve this. Forgiveness. This card indicates a need to forgive yourself and others for any past actions that may have caused you pain. You're being encouraged to heal any unresolved anger, hate, jealousy, resentment, or guilt that is blocking your success. These emotions are toxic to your body and holding you back from attracting a harmonious life. For the sake of your health and future happiness, you must forgive the past. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean blessing, forgetting, or condoning the unsavory behavior of others. It means releasing yourself from a self-created prison so that you can move forward with your life. When you come to accept and move on from real or perceived betrayals, you create a happier future built on freedom and inner peace. Bitterness only attracts disharmony, misery, and pain. Thus, forgiveness is the best way to set your spirit free. By reliving past misfortune, you run the risk of attracting more of the same. When you forgive, let go, and move on, you can make your dreams come true. You improve your prospects for the future when you practice acceptance and forgiveness. The affirmation here is, I create a happier future as I accept and forgive the past. Very synchronistic that before I was getting ready to do any of the readings today, I was taking a look at this chakra clearing book, and this is also by Doreen Virtue. And I kind of was reading each page, just to get a basic idea. And there was something in here, there was an exercise in here that I just glanced at about forgiving, and how there was an exercise that I thought was pretty fierce. And I'm going to see if I can find it here and share it with you. Okay. Yeah, forgiveness. Okay. All right. Forgiveness, free yourself now. This is on page 78 of the Chakra Clearing book by Doreen Virtue. This process takes between 30 and 60 minutes to complete. It is a worthwhile time investment. Many clients report that this single exercise immediately transforms their lives in powerfully positive ways. Here are some steps to freedom through forgiveness. Know the benefits of forgiveness. Forgiveness is different from saying, I lose, or I was wrong and you were right. It's different from letting someone off the hook for a perceived wrong. Forgiveness is simply a way of freeing your spirit and becoming an unlimited being. Peacefulness and increased energy are the prizes, and forgiveness is the price. Take a forgiveness inventory. Write the name of every being, living or deceased, Who has irritated you? Most people find they have a 3 or 4 page list and are able to suddenly remember names of people they hadn't thought about in years. Some people even put their names of their pets who have irritated them. And almost everyone writes their own name somewhere on the list because sometimes we just piss ourselves off, right? So that's step number 2. So understand the benefits of forgiveness. Take a forgiveness inventory. Number 3, release and forgive. In a solitary room where no interruptions are possible, go down the list one name at a time. Hold the image of each person in your mind and tell him or her, I forgive you and I release you. I hold no unforgivingness back. My forgiveness to you is total. I am free and you are free. This whole process may take 30 minutes or longer. However, it's important to stick with it until the entire list is complete. And number 4, do nightly releasements. Every night before retiring, do a mental review of the day. Is there someone you need to forgive? Just like you wash your face every night, probably. It's also important to cleanse your consciousness nightly so resentment won't accumulate. So nightly releasements. And that would make sense because if you spend all that time going through your list of all those folks, people, places, and things that you needed to forgive, you still have a life to live. You're going to go out to work. You're still going to be interacting with your family, your partner, your co-workers, whatever, church members, lady that sits down the pew, whatever. At the end of the night, when you get home, release that. Forgive them. Same way you did the original list. So you can not accumulate all of that. Because right now you're a clean slate because you've gotten rid of all of that already. So you're starting all over. So this is good. So your list shouldn't be so long. There may be some days that it may get longer than others because people challenge you. But that's good. So I guess it was for you to hear because that's why I was looking at it earlier. So Ashe. All right. So forgiveness. The next card we're going to take a look at here will be from the Goddess Guidance deck, and that's by Doreen Virtue also. So let's see. Doreen Virtues. All right, so let's see what we can get for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any, thank you. Sure enough. White Tara, sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. Okay, so as you are growing and ascending and becoming more spiritual, maybe more intuitive, empathic, you're going to start to become more sensitive to people, places, and things. Again, harsh chemicals, as they said. So you may be dealing with people that you were normally in the past able to deal with, that they weren't getting to you. That may be what's part of the change, is that these people are really starting to annoy you or get on your nerve or affect you in negative ways, right? Something is just not sitting right for you because you're more sensitive to the BS now because you're becoming more of a spiritual being, all right? So it's just saying that you have to be gentle with yourself and pay attention to those changes that are part of your spiritual growth. So there may be movies that you can't watch anymore, or there may be places that you don't feel comfortable anymore. Maybe the music is extra loud all of a sudden, even though it's the same music that you've been listening to, same places you've been going to. So the White Tara talks about sensitivity. Let's see. As you purified your inner world of thoughts, actions, and intentions, it's natural that you seek purity in your outer world as well. This is to acknowledge your heightened sensitivity, which is as real as it seems. You've stripped away the outer protective layers of unneeded defenses, which blocked your psychic and spiritual awareness. Now you're on the path of ascension, which calls for your heightened awareness. And with this awareness comes new levels of sensitivity to the impure and harsh. Your body is a trustworthy instrument of measurement of your tolerance level. Steer clear of that which your body signals you to avoid. Take excellent care of your body, and it shall serve you well. Acknowledge and honor your sensitivity. Take steps to protect yourself from sensitivity. Avoid chemicals. Steer clear of situations with loud noise or violence or crowds, too much media, and other triggers. White Tara is an aspect of Tara, a female Buddha, and Hindu Mother Creator. Many faces of Buddha and the Mother Creator are represented in the different colors of Tara. White Tara represents purity and maturity and compassion. The eyes on her hands, feet, and forehead allow her to be aware of all prayers. She helps us live long and peaceful lives. So, things are going to be changing the way that you process certain sounds, certain people, certain information. Going to be more sensitive. There's things that you're not going to tolerate. There's going to be a change coming. So just get ready for it. And all of this is going to be happening within the time period between now and the end of June. So get yourself ready. Start doing that forgiveness exercise so that you can be ready, clear, good to go when this lightning bolt season erupts. All right, so we're going to be getting cards now from the Native Spirit deck, and that's by Denise Lynn. If you'd like a personalized reading, please send an email to pbtarot7@gmail.com. You can also ask one question on the Instago app. That information is on the About page for this channel, for both the channels, so please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. You'll know when the content goes up. The card that came out for you was Medicine Woman, Medicine Man. Okay. Let's see what that's saying. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and a situation around you is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred healer. You are a medicine woman or a medicine man of the soul. Every indigenous culture has a tradition of healers. Depending on the culture, they're called medicine men or medicine women, shamans, sogomas, curanderos, tahungas. In every tradition, they're the individuals who are to step between the worlds to gain the information. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of healing emotional, physical, and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is also activating within you. Nature is one of our greatest healers. So spend time with the trees, soak up the rays of the sun, and dance in the rain. Everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're a part of the natural world, so you also have this innate ability. Often healing occurs, often healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. To assist in this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire. Be patient and trust that recovery is occurring in its own time and way. Visualize the healing. Visualize whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So this is a lot of visualization that's going on. You need to visualize to forgive in some cases, and you need to visualize in order to heal. Repeating those affirmations, writing them down. Visual, visual, visual. What you can see. That which you can see. Okay. Thank you. I don't know where that was getting ready to go. So, now what we're going to do, this past life oracle deck by Doreen Virtue and Dr. Brian Wise, MD. This is a tool that we're going to be using every so often to find out exactly what your ancestors want to let you know about your experience, spiritual experience so far with all the incarnations that you've experienced, past lives. And these cards give us those kind of messages, right? So these cards are going to give you information about what it is that you need to know about yourself and your spiritual history that can help you today as you go forward. Okay? So it may be some clearing. Okay? It may be bringing something to your attention about some of your fears, where they come from, and how you can resolve them. It may be telling you what your work was back then, what your experience was in any of your past lives, and how that is just impacting you or just giving you information. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get 3 cards. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. As I shuffle, I want you to pray and meditate and breathe and ask your ancestors to guide you intuitively towards the message that they are sending for you. Which of these 3 messages are for you? So before I turn over the card, you decide which card you feel drawn to, either 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll see. When I read the card back to you, if you feel any sensations in your body, if you get goosebumps, if you feel any changes in your temperature, anything that you can notice a change, make note of that, okay? Later on or overnight or within the next, days, weeks coming, if you feel some kind of resonance, if you sense some kind of resonance with the card that was drawn for you today, leave me a comment. Leave us a comment. Let the collective know what you got, okay? So this is going to help kind of exercise your intuition muscles and also give you some guidance from your ancestors that you need to know, all right? So again, ask them to reveal to you intuitively which one of these messages are meant for you, and then you choose that card, and I'll read it to you, and then we'll see how it resonates. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got card number 1. Very good. Okay, we get 2 more cards. Thank you. Card number 2. And 1 more. Okay. Well, you got 4 cards, just like Leo did. And I did Leo just before you, so this is the first card I saw. Okay, so this is card number 3. Card number 3. And card number 4. Okay, so take a deep breath, focus, decide intuitively which of these cards are from your ancestors, which is their message to you. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, or card number 4. All right, so let's start with card number 1. Ooh, knighthood. Okay, sir. Knighthood. Wow. Once a knight, always a knight. You receive this card as a validation of your inner knighthood. Whether you're a man or a woman in this life, you have the heart and the mind of a knight. Most likely, you've long had a fascination with tales and images of knights. You may collect knight figurines, decorate with knight-related artwork, or even dress up as a knight during costume parties. In relationships or careers, you're drawn to defend those who are weak or vulnerable. You may choose a profession that puts you into a guardian or protector role. It's essential that you only work for organizations that you fully believe in. As a knight, you're loyal to those who earn your respect. Otherwise, you're not happy. So maybe this is connected in some way to the main reading for you. All right, so those of you who chose card number 1, that's your message from your ancestors that in one of your past lives, you were a knight. Those of you who chose card number 2, trees. Card number 2, trees. Too much going on. Leo played me too. I did 2 videos for them, and I knew I had done them, and I wrote everything down, but I didn't enter their cards in, so I said, oh, I must have went upstairs and didn't finish it. So I just spent the entire morning doing their video, and then after I got it uploaded and all, I was like, why is Leo here twice? So they got over. Trees. This card indicates that you have a special relationship to trees. In ancient times, particularly in Celtic and Eastern European cultures, trees were considered sacred. I want to move this up a little bit so you can see a little bit of that. Okay. The Druids look for oak trees for prophetic information, and ancient healers use tree ingredients such as willow bark for medicine. Your connection to trees may have been spiritual, including the ability to receive messages from them. In some cases, these seemingly non-sentient trees are animated by real souls known as tree people. You may have been you have You may have even been a tree person or a tree diva in this life or in a prior lifetime. This card asks you to spend more time connecting with nature for healing, knowledge, and inner peace. Trees. Ah, very nice. Inner peace. Maybe that's right. That book was titled A Tree Grows in Brooklyn because within her family, that's where she found peace. Don't pay me no attention. I'm just riffing. Anyway, I'm just riffing. Um, those of you who chose card number 3, your answer is from your ancestors, angel. Ooh, nice. Angels. You drew this card as a sign from your guardian angels who have been with you through your soul's history. In between each lifetime, your angels work with you to review the lessons you've learned. They also help to prepare you and plan for your next lifetime. You may have functioned as an angel during your time in heaven. You helped guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels do for you. As a result, you hold a deep love for guardian angels. Your guardian angels know all of the details of every lifetime, and they can help you gently recall significant memories that will allow you to heal in your present life. Call upon your angels as you're falling asleep to reveal relevant memories while you're sleeping. When you wake up, you may not recall all of the details of your dream. However, once you're prepared to consciously remember your past, the material will be given to you. You'll only remember what you're emotionally able to handle. In addition, archangels Michael, who is the angel of courage, strength, and protection, Raphael, who is the angel of physical and emotional healing, and Raziel, the angel of God's secrets and mysteries, will help anyone who calls upon them. Like all archangels, they're unlimited and non-denominational. They can be with everyone simultaneously, offering their unconditional, loving power. Let me read that one more time. They can be with everyone simultaneously, offering their unconditionally loving power. Ashe. So, you were an angel. Those of you who chose card number 3 or were drawn to card number 3, that is the message that your ancestors are giving you. And this kind of does coincide with your initiation, right? Excellent. And also, the Akashic Library. Last but not least, 4th card that came, those of you who were drawn to card number 4, your answer is scribe or writer. Now, we just talked about the power of writing things down, right? To help with your forgiveness exercises. So, scribe or writer. So that could be confirming that that might be something you need to do also if you've been drawn to card number 4. This card reveals that you had a career as a writer or a scribe in the past lifetime, which may be why you currently have a desire to write. You have a natural thinking style of someone who can organize thoughts into the written word. The fact that you had the discipline to sit down and write in that previous lifetime shows that you can exercise the same trait in this lifetime. If you dream of being a published author, this card urges you to pursue that path. Do research on writing and publishing, and more important, write every day. This can be in the form of journaling, letters, creative writing, or nonfiction writing such as blogging or articles. If you have a strong enough desire to be a published author and you're willing to put forth the effort, you can attain your dream. So, first thing you're going to write is what card were you drawn to and how did it resonate with you? Either now, over the next couple of hours, or the next few days or weeks between now and the end of June. All right, so remember what card you drew, and let the rest of us know whether or not you feel that it resonated with your soul. If you were able to determine that indeed this is the message for you. Maybe you just automatically, oh yeah, maybe it stirred something in you. Maybe you had a reaction in your body. Maybe you had goosebumps. Maybe you felt a pain even somewhere. That can be an indication that that message was indeed for you. So I will be talking to you guys real soon in the middle of May for your love bites, and then I'll see you in June for your July general reading. So thank you so much, and I'll be talking to you all soon. I love you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget to hit the notification button, and I'll be talking to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.